filled with excitement and pride. What Nikole has done is truly groundbreaking because to celebrate culture is one thing, but to celebrate our heritage and our ancestry is so much more because it acknowledges the fact that we came from royalty, we came from survivors. We're the best of the best. If you consider what our ancestors had to go through, how many perished, and what those had to be made of that made it through, across the ocean, that made it through the plantation, that made it through. So we're really standing on the broadest, strongest shoulders of all. So it should change the way we look at ourselves, right? We should change the narrative that we speak of when we talk about blackness, from being treated as subhumans and being made to feel inferior to we actually have the right to feel superior and to take pride in the homage that we pay every single day when we get up, right? And to get up with that awareness, that consciousness. It's so important that we teach us to our kids and for them to understand where they came from in order to know where they come from.
Yes. So the fact that you mentioned kids, I'm curious to hear your stance as it relates to the Black youth. How important do you think and why do you feel like it's so important for Black young adults to educate themselves about the 1619 Project?
Well, in this country, history has been whitewashed, so a lot of schools don't teach that stuff. So when you have kids who are curious and who are inquisitive, they deserve to know. They have the right for you to teach them about history, about ancestry, about heritage, about culture, about blackness in that sense. And, they have to be informed so they can build their own perspectives and their own opinions about what's going on right now and how to respond to all this stuff.
So you actually mentioned education, right? So we know that I think Ms. Nikole actually is a professor at Howard University. She teaches the 1619 Project. So do you foresee this particular project being offered across all HBCUs in America? Or even at some point PWIs?
It should be taught everywhere. We learn about the Civil War, about WW1 and 2. Why shouldn't people know about 1619? That's where everything started. Yeah, absolutely. It should be commonplace to teach that in all schools. It is part of history, right? They learn about the Romans, they learn about the Greeks, and 1619 is when a new chapter of world history started, when people were taken from one continent and brought against their will to another continent, stripped of their identity, stripped of their language, of their culture, of their rituals, and that's a huge part of history, especially because slavery is really the foundation of the American economic system.
Nice to meet you as well. So I have to know how important has it been for you to be not only a producer, but a director of the series?
It's an honor. I always wanted to direct. 1619 was transformative for me as a Black American, so I always wanted to direct an episode of this. Not only produce it, I went after this hard. When I read the 1619 Project, I was like, I called everyone I knew at the New York Times, and I said, I've got to be a part of this. And I finally got a meeting with Nikole Hannah-Jones herself, and I was like, this is what I've been working for my entire career, to tell this important story.
So you have to take us behind the scenes of episode 1, Democracy. What was the angle and the approach that you took with that particular episode?
That the legacy of slavery is still alive and well, and we are still fighting for voting rights. That's really the center of democracy. Is that in that episode? Is that we are voter suppression is alive and well in America, and no more is it alive and well than in Georgia And thank God for Stacey Abrams and the fight that she has done in registering voters and changing the game in Georgia. But there was a long way to go to fight voter suppression.
And I'm interested to know, as it relates to the 6 different episodes, was there any particular episode that you found as an executive producer to be difficult to execute?
They're all difficult. They're all painful. They're all, we follow real stories of today. We follow real situations, and that's always painful. From police violence to the struggle in capitalism and the fight for unions, to the destruction of Black women's bodies, all of it is difficult. So I couldn't point to any one thing because it's all hard. The struggle is real.
Yeah, it's very real. And my last question is, how amazing was it to work alongside Oprah and Nikole on this project?
Nikole is a genius. There's a reason why she's a Pulitzer Prize-winning, MacArthur genius, all of that, because Nikole is brilliant. And we all, what can we say? I'll say about Oprah. The wonderful thing is that Oprah was very involved, and we pitched the series together. And I got Oprah opened for me and would start the pitch and throw to me, and to follow Oprah is not an easy task. It was very intimidating.
I am so sure. Well, thank you so much, Roger. It's a pleasure speaking to you. There's absolutely no way I can let you get away from this carpet without answering this question.
Okay, cool.
As it relates to the 1619 project, as well as the sports industry, specifically basketball, do you still see remnants of that throughout the industry, throughout the league, and in what way?
Yes, ma'am, I do, in a very distinct way. The sports that are driven by African Americans are usually the sports that have restrictions after high school. If you notice, college basketball and football in particular, when you finish or after you graduate from high school, there's a restriction. You need to go to college for a year or two. You need to go overseas. And so what ends up happening is predominantly white sports, golf, tennis, NASCAR, they don't have those restrictions after high school. So a remnant of 1619 is they're used to profiting off of our labor for longer, and then a lot of times for free. When I went to college, there was no name, image, and likeness for the players. And a lot of times, people from the outside would say, shut up, you should just be happy you got a scholarship. Not paying attention to the millions and billions of dollars that colleges and coaches make off the sweat equity of the players. And so that still exists. And then another thing, in the professional ranks, if you notice, the NFL and the NBA, they have salary caps. Major League Baseball, what is it known as? America's pastime. No salary cap. You can sign a contract for as long, you can get unlimited dollars. You can walk down this red carpet and nobody even know who you are. And so those are some things that I hope to change in sports as it relates to the relativity of 1619.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate
the love. Yes, ma'am.
Such a pleasure.
All right, I was just trying to stay out the way.
I know. How do you be a part of such a historic night?
Oh, this is big for so many reasons. If we think about what's happening in the country, we know that Ron DeSantis' government in Florida said that critical race theory, an AP African American Studies course, has no place in American high school curriculum, right? And so it might be on the call to make sure that our students and adults, our peers, our elders, know how we got here, know the impact that we've had on culture since we've been here and all over the world. So when we're talking about how our history is just being attacked in classrooms, it might be up to this particular program and everything that Nikole built to help to teach us.
Absolutely. So I actually would like to ask, and I'm interested to hear your stance as it relates to the 1619 project in the sports industry. Right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like there are remnants of the 1619 project throughout the sports sports industry? And if so, would you say that it's more so in men's sports or women's sports?
Well, there are a couple of things. When you look at the wage disparity that exists for WNBA players versus NBA players, the very reason why Brittany Griner was overseas to play basketball just to make ends meet, we see that, right? You talking about a pay disparity, working for free is a hell of a disparity. When you look at how folks are traded, how they are commodified, shut up and dribble, we certainly see it. And so I think that there always will be remnants of the transatlantic slave trade when you're talking about a system of government that was built on that. And so until a lot of that is overhauled, we'll see it in every single industry.
So even with the documentaries of like people with the actual people, you don't foresee it changing like the sports industry?
Oh, I hope so,
sense, like,
right?
Anytime soon.
Well, I think we have to look at it like what the New York Times project and then the subsequent book did for us. If it was able to change us on a micro level, certainly it can create change on a macro.
Thank you so much.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
How do you feel being a part of such an amazing project, such as this, even from a support angle? Like, what does this mean to you?
Social justice means everything to me. It means everything to me. I am a huge advocate. I mean, huge advocate.
Yeah.
And I use my voice in every aspect of my work, and my passion in front of the camera and behind it is all about for us, by us. It's all about us to me. So yeah, having just come back from Sundance on two projects that were blackity black. For black people, by black people, produced by black people. It's time.
It's time. Yeah.
It's long overdue.
Yeah.
We can do it when we pool our resources and come together. And there's going to be more and more and more. So hold on to your hats, kids.
Absolutely. So let me ask you, you say that it's time, and clearly it is, but what do you feel like is most important about this time in history? 2023, the premiere is 1619, top of the year, like, what is it about this particular time?
Well, what is it about this particular time? We are pre-Black History Month.
Yeah.
We are going back in time, although we have all the gadgets and the accoutrements. We are literally going back in time. We have challenges with voting. We are being redlined and gentrified out of our neighborhoods. Our school system is a school to prison pipeline. They've got beds ready for these babies in these prisons by the 3rd grade. So this,
It's time.
I'm emotional about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am emotional about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad she did the work. I'm so thankful for her.
Yeah.
And Nikole, I'm thankful for you. Oprah Winfrey, always. We're thankful for you.
Absolutely.
Because we need it. And we need to have it. And now that we have it on a platform where we can sit our family down
That's right.
and say, watch this, let's discuss. Because you need to see it.
And I'm curious to know and to hear your angle as it relates to the Black youth, the young adults. You know, there's so much going on with that generation within itself. Why do you feel like, you know, them educating themselves about the 1619 project and digging it is so important?
It's incredibly important for our youth because they are reliving it and they don't even recognize it. You are reliving it right now. You are slaves to so many things. You have been used by so many things. Meanwhile, you don't have health care and you don't have homes. You can be kicked out at any moment. You don't have the basics, education. Look what we're going through with the colleges, our own HBCUs. We need a lot of support. We need to see each other. We need to focus on each other because there's a lot in our community that we can do if we band together. That's why they need to see this 1619 project.
And one more question,
Yes,
Twinkie,
ma'am.
before I let you go.
Absolutely.
One of the episodes is entitled Fear. As a Black woman, how do you feel like you can relate to that?
Tell you. Feel the fear and do it anyway. That is what I do in this business every single day. Moving from casting to producing to directing. Every single day I am feeling the fear and I am doing it anyway. I know our young people have everything at their fingertips and they're still afraid. They're still afraid to take the leap. They are still afraid to take the step. and they have limitless resources. We have to feel the fear and do it anyway.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure speaking with you and meeting you. Thank you. You take care.
So let me ask you, do you think that the documentary now coupled with the 1619 Project book will make America, from looking at slavery from the lens of, how it relates to modern day oppression with blacks?
It's going to shake America, yes. How much it's going to shake America, only time will tell. But we need this. Not just black people, but certainly black people. We need this because we don't know about our history. Our young people don't know about our history. I'm not a young person, but I don't know that much about our history. But now these things have started to come out. This is very, very important.
You mentioned the young adults, right? So I'm interested to hear what you think when it comes to the youth and the 1619 Project. Why do you feel like it's so important that they are educated about it? The ones that aren't knowledgeable.
It's about where we came from and what we went through and why we are where we are today. And all of the things that we've done, not just for America, but for the world. This needs to really come out.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Enjoy your night.
I'm just so proud. I'm so honored to be able to work beside someone like Nikole Hannah-Jones, who's just the real deal. Not only is she brilliant and phenomenal and has just been so courageous bringing this project to the forefront, but she's just also an amazing woman and really just a great colleague. So I'm just honored to work on the project.
So let me ask you, how difficult was it to reenact the 1619 era, but with a modern day twist?
Yeah, finding the current stories was definitely challenging. In some instances more than others. But the thing is that it's all there. It's right in front of our faces. We're living with it all the time. It was just about sort of extrapolating the ideas out of the essay and making them come alive through modern day stories, and that's always a challenge no matter what you're producing.
It's a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you.